I've heard that you can know a man by the crops that he yields. Well then come and take a look at my wretched fields, and you will see that I am not a good man. There's not one on this earth that I am better than, for the grounds are covered in thistles and thorns. There is bloodshed here from all the hearts they have torn. They will score your skin and they'll ensnare your soul. Your legs in pieces when you entered whole. When I grew this jungle of piercing spines, I planted the seeds for those serrated vines. Watered with hate and with pride they were fed. They grew across the fields and then quickly spread. The weeds are rampant, no life to be found. Yes, you can know a man by what it grows from the ground. My weary eyes saw all that I had grown. It was time to reap the wicked that I had sown. But then a storm rolled in, the sky grew dark, there was a rumble, there was a quake, followed by a spark. A wildfire started from a lightning crash of those briars burned into a smoldering ash. The muddy blaze came roaring through it, engulfed my mess and let me start anew. And so I set to work the earth and sift the soil. Sweat poured out during this time of toil as I hacked with the hoe and I chopped with the rake. But the crust wouldn't crack, no the surface wouldn't break. I developed callous hands with a heart to match. All this effort for nothing but an empty dirt patch. So my flesh was fading, my body hurt. Yes, you can know a man by what he grows from the dirt. My knees were aching and my legs were shaking. My heart was pumping, my head was thumping. My arms were straining, my strength was draining. My back was caving, I had needed saving. I had failed all on my own, famished, but all I had was stone. And my corpse collapsed to a bony heap, and I let out a final hopeless weep. And kneeling beside me and extending his hand was the one fully God, the one fully man. I said, I've only grown the deadly, Lord, and I've not produced fruit. But if I sow with you, O Lord, I know that life will take root. And I was brought to my feet by the one who came calling, and I saw behind him the plow that he was hauling. His blades were swords of sharpened steel, shirts with its earth's unbreakable seal. With gentle eyes he looked, and humble lips he spoke these beautiful words of, come, step into my yoke. And so I followed him, and beside him I stood, and across my shoulders with that beam of wood. My tired legs marching forward, I pressed, but he carried the load. He allowed me to rest, for his yoke is easy, his yoke is kind. He restores my soul, and he renews my mind. He taught me his ways, and together we tilled. He tore in that terrain that once devoured and killed. The rock ruptured, his rows were engraved in the gravel. Good ground unleashed while the hardness unraveled. I saw the fields take shape, hope hatched inside. For I was pulled from death's path, and my shirt to collide. I sang a song of joy up to the sky, for the one before me is much greater than I. No more to the well I'd always drawn from. It is broken, it is rancid, it is full of scum. The man spoke of a water that does not run out, that quenches every thirst, that ends every drought. He limited the spring which he tapped into. Pure water bubbled over from it, he drew. He doused the fields and he soaked those seeds that fell. They drank the water, roots burst from their shell. Beaming light jetted through the billows of cloud and shone so brightly on the roads that were plowed. And there before me was the most beautiful scene. What was once a wasteland was now a rose of green. The emergence of life from rock and sand. Oh yes, you can know a man when he grows from the land. He made this decaying world come alive. He makes the barren fertile and the desolate thrive. What was done for me, I will not forget. I know that my field is not finished yet, for the harvest is coming in the end. Until that day comes, this field I will tend. With living water and light, the plants will be nourished. And with patience and faith, the fruits will flourish. And if I should ever see that bitter root sprout, I'll annihilate it, crush it, yank it out. These crops will be given the utmost care, for the harvest is coming, and I must prepare. Because the kind of man I am will be made known when I'm judged by all that I have grown.